Wrapping up Tuesday in the ag marketplace here on the Daily Market Summary. I'm Mark Magnuson, and I'm joined by Garrett Arndorfer of agmarket.net. And Garrett, today at midday, kind of the story we were talking about was that it was mostly a risk-off day, a day of selling in the ag marketplace. Is that kind of how you look at it in the big picture when we get to the close here today?
I do view it as a risk-off day. It's just down, and you see a lot of red when you're looking at those markets. Another picture that I'm really looking at, though, is the weather complex of it. We've been catching some rains. I mean, Corn Belt all the way into the northern plains, you've been seeing some good rains that were much needed. There's some concern, a lot of dryness going around, and we've been catching the rains that we were really hoping for following this planting progress that we've had. With the corn, you're seeing 5-6 cents down. The chart doesn't look great, but I think the corn complex has still got a picture to be looking at there. The soybeans, you see some double digits when you're looking at that, which really looks scary. But again, big picture, if you look all the way back to January to now, we're still up towards the top of this trading range, 1160, 1190, depending on what month you're marketing. The beans still look good for as tough as a day as double-digit losses that we saw today in those.
And another factor I wanted to ask you about is we still have not seen any follow-through or follow-up from China, have we, since President Trump headed to that country and met with President Xi Jinping?
We've not. I feel like the complex has really been kind of anxiously waiting for one of those answers. It's kind of been masked by everything going on with the trade, or not the treaty with Iran, trying to figure out if we're able to get a deal struck and get that straight opened. And it seems to change by the day. Anybody that has a grasp on it, the next day it might prove them wrong. So that's high tensions right now with the Strait and everything going on in Iran. That's why crude oil had a pretty big up 2 days, and it's something to be watching for sure.
Let's talk about the other side of the markets now. How did the livestock trade fare today?
Cattle complex had a pretty rough day for the start of it. It actually traded down quite aggressively, especially I'd say around that noon time frame. And news came out that Secretary Rollins was actually giving a speech at 12:15. I haven't been able to find any sort of news source or outlet that might have given me information on all that was talked about, but I do know that it revolved around the New World screwworm and kind of USDA's plans to combat that. And if a headline that came out yesterday of it being 1 mile away from Texas was true or not. USDA did come out last night and say that was not true. It is not 1 mile away from Texas. The closest case is 32 miles still. But, feeder cattle, live cattle, they were a little weary of what might have been said. And you saw that in the trade today. Hogs actually had a pretty good day. And looking at commodities, hogs were green all the way across the board. It was nice to see. They've seen a little bit of down pressure in the short term, and they've seen down pressure in the long term since about February, March. I think that's coming into these summer months. Demand should be kicking up, and we've got winter coming up, or not winter. We've got summer grilling coming up, and beef demand still staying strong, but hogs seem to really like today.
Well, Garrett, a lot of great information today, and we want to thank you for joining us on the show. What's the best way for our viewers to get in touch for more marketing information?
Absolutely. Go to our website, agmarket.net, or you can give us a call up here in North Dakota, 701-987-6009.
He is Garrett Arndorfer of agmarket.net. Garrett, thanks so much for the time here on the show. Really appreciate it, and have a great day.
Thank you.